Any comfortable seated posture. 3 deep breaths. Let's begin again this moment to start paying attention inward. The point of these practices is not to end the practice when the session ends, but to carry what we learn into the rest of our life activities until we come back to the mat again. And then again we continue, we begin again. How does it feel to breathe in and out? Simple as that. How does it feel to breathe in and out between the seat bones? You may not be able to clearly identify the effects. If not, then shift your attention to your abdomen near the belly button. As you practice, you will become sensitive to things that are happening in your body, more sensitive. And if you are not able to sense much of effects in your abdomen, shift your attention to your chest, where you are very likely to clearly see the inhalations and exhalations and their effects. If for any reason, even in the chest area, you're not able to very clearly identify the effects, shift your attention to your nose tip and the nostrils. Can you feel the air rushing in and out? Wave of energy coming in and a wave of relaxation as you exhale. And this capacity for awareness is a miraculous capacity, which is always available. Palms to the heart center, Namaskara Mudra. Tilt your head forward. Gently open your eyes. Inhaling, take the arms by the side, palms going up, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down, looking down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, looking down. One more round. Inhaling, looking up, stretching the throat. And exhaling, looking down, stretching the back of your neck. Release. We are in the middle of a series of introductory or refresher sessions. Today we will approach Veerabhadrasana 1, 2, and 3. And well, even if you have done 1,000 times before or 10,000 times, the postures are the same, the approaches are the same. The awareness with which you approach a posture, whether you're in Sukhasana, might be different depending on how many times you have practiced a posture. And so, let's approach this with as much awareness as we can apply. Come up to standing. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Let's do the first round of Surya Namaskara together. Tadasana, feet close together, standing tall. Tadasana is in a mountain posture. Standing tall, wake up the inner arches, as in gently lifting from the inner arches through the inner muscles of your legs, through the spine, through the neck, through the head. The roof of the head is gently lifting up. And then shoulders relaxed. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling right foot back. Left foot back. Exhaling, drop your knees down, chest between the palms, chin down. If you're not able to do that, just lie down on the back, on your stomach, and keeping the chest and chin on the mat, walk your knees forward just a bit. Next inhalation, Bhujangasana. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Drop your knees down. Right foot forward between the palms. Left the other knee up. Ashvasanchalana. Next exhalation, back foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, Namaskara Mudra. Take a deep breath, exhale. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, left foot back, long step back. Right foot back, plank. Drop your knees down. Chest between the palms, chin down. Elbows close to the body, palms by the side of the chest. Next inhalation, Bhujangasana, Cobra posture. Next exhalation, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hold the posture just a bit here. Look at your palms, look at your fingers. Your palms are shoulder width apart, not more than shoulder width apart. Make small adjustments to bring the palms closer if you need to. And then fingers spread wide. And then drop your head down. And then start bending the knees just a bit to allow the seat bones to go toward the ceiling. Seat bones going toward the ceiling. Drop your knees down. Walk your left foot forward between the palms. Right knee off the mat. Ashvasanchalana. Next exhalation, right foot forward between the palms. Uttanasana. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling Namaskara Mudra. Release the arms, stand relaxed. Even if you take 2-3 breaths in a posture, when you transition from one posture to the other posture, we need to appropriately either inhale or exhale. Inhale as you open up, exhale as you close down. And then you can take a few more breaths, but make sure that as you transition from one posture to the next, for example, from Namaskara Mudra, I say inhaling back bend. And so even if you take multiple breaths in Namaskara Mudra, Tadasana, and then exhaling forward bend. So make sure that the inhalations and exhalations, in fact, make that the practice. And the movements are following the breath. For the next 2 rounds, begin from Tadasana, Namaskara Mudra. 2 more rounds begin. The 3rd round, you can explore postures just a bit more as you warm up. Use the first 2 rounds as warm up, and the 3rd round, we've already completed 1 round. This is the 2nd round. If at any point in time you're feeling dizzy, sit on the mat until you feel better, and then you can continue. After completing, stand relaxed. Even as you stand relaxed, remember, we are here to pay attention. There is so much going on inward. There is a grand show, and you are the only witness. And that is true whether you are in a posture or standing relaxed or sitting down. 3 deep breaths. To prepare for Veerabhadrasana, we'll do a few approaching postures. Come to cat posture. Cat posture where the shoulders are right over the wrists and hip joints. Hip joints are where the thigh bones are attaching to the pelvis. That's the hip joint. We generally refer to the whole pelvis and the hip joints as hip. And the hip joints are particularly where the thigh bones are attaching to the pelvis, which is kind of in the front. You can actually feel that as right now in the posture, in the cat posture, you can feel the hip joints as the thigh bones are attaching to the pelvis, and have that joint be right on top of the knee. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, look down. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, look down. Inhaling, look up. And hold the posture. Relax your abdomen. Allow the spine to hang loose. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, look down, arch your back up. And come to neutral cat posture. Now walk your right foot between the palms. Bring your right foot between the palms. Hands on your hips. Straighten up the spine. Back toes are pointing to the back wall. Back toes are pointing to the back wall. If you need a cushion for the back knee, you can fold the mat sideways and place the knee. And now allow the hips to go forward and down gently with exhalation as much as you can. No pushing, you're relaxing. In fact, use the exhalations to relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms by the side of the front foot. Come back to cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Left foot between the palms. Hands on your hips or waist. Bring up your spine. And allow the exhalations to move your hips forward and down toward the heel, left heel. Allow your hips to go down toward the left heel. 5. Allow, not force it. Let the exhalations allow the hips to release. 3, 2, 1. Cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana. In Adho Mukha Svanasana, allow the next exhalation be complete, allowing you to take the chest toward the knees. As you can slightly bend the knees, not a problem. Next, before we do that, bring your feet 6 inches apart. Move your feet 6 inches apart. Next inhalation, right foot forward between the palms, Ashva Sanchalana. Place the back foot on the mat, hands on the waist. Come up and face the front wall. Straighten up the front knee for now. Now bring both hips to face forward. Both hip joints are facing forward. You are likely to have the back hip left behind with the back foot firmly on the mat. Bring your left hip forward. This might be feeling a bit unnatural, but make the necessary micro adjustments to leave the back foot firmly on the mat and yet bringing your left hip forward to align with the right hip. Make sure we get there. And you need comfortable gap between your front foot and back foot so you're stable, because we're going to bend the front knee and you need stability for that. Now start bending the front knee, right knee. Keep the spine as vertical as possible. Back foot continues to be flat on the mat. Now those who are flexible can bring the right thigh parallel to the ground and yet keep the back foot firmly on the mat. And to keep the back foot firmly on the mat, you would have to rotate your left thigh out even as you bring the left hip joint forward. Lots of opposing forces at play. Namaskara Mudra. Take your arms up, press the palms together. And as you press the palms, you would have your abdomen slightly engaged. Gaze at your thumbs if you can. And bend your right knee just a bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Namaskara Mudra. Ashva Sanchalana. Right foot back. Plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Drop your knees, Vajrasana. Any questions? If you have any questions about Veerabhadrasana, first variation, please unmute and ask.
The left leg not completely touching to the ground when I was like bending the knee, right knee. Where I was missing.
So you need to consciously open the right thigh, rotate the left thigh out. Let's try again. Go back to the front foot, right foot forward, back foot back. Now do you have the back foot firmly on the mat?
Yes.
See, even, hands on your waist. Now, even here, you can see the left hip joint behind the right hip joint.
Yes.
And so, keep the back foot firmly down. Rotate your left thigh out as you, yes, bring the left hip forward. Even as you rotate the left thigh, bring the left hip forward. Or for now, don't rotate the left thigh, just bring the left hip forward. Yes, do that, very good. Keep going. Yeah, now you have your both hips. Now your back foot may be not flat, correct?
It's slightly coming up, slightly.
Yes. Now keep the hips where they are and now rotate the left thigh out. No moving the hips. Keep the hips where they are. The leg low. Yes, you got it? Yes, and so keeping the hips facing forward. These are all subtle movements, subtle adjustments, micro adjustments. And my words are very poor at communicating what I really need. And I'm not in front of you. Even if I am there with you, it's hard for me to communicate. But it might be just a bit easier. On the other hand, please bear with me with my communication skills. So you need to bring the hips forward, and then the back foot will be not where it ought to be. And consciously make the leg adjustments, rotation, and then place the back foot flat, and then arms up. These are ways to balance the hip joints and the pelvis. And a lot of what we do as erect animals has to do with how the hips work and the feet and legs work. And these are foundational practices. And when these are not working properly, the energy in our body kind of goes waste. Either it gets blocked or leaked, and they all could be available for other activities in a more productive way. And so, thanks for asking the question. A lot of people won't even ask the question. So by asking the question, you helped others. Thank you, Vinay. So let's go to the other side. Come to plank posture. Adho Mukha Svanasana. From plank posture, Adho Mukha Svanasana, you shouldn't have to move your palms or toes. Simply take the seat bones up toward the ceiling as high as you can get. Knees can be slightly bent. Others who can land the heels comfortably, land the heels, and yet take the chest toward the knees. Even as the seat bones are going up toward, shoulder blades are gently coming toward each other. And your elbows are pointing away from each other, palms pressing onto the mat fully. Bring your feet 6 inches apart. Inhaling, left foot forward between the palms, Ashwasanchalana. And if you're not able to do this in one step, drop both the knees, walk your left foot forward, and then finally take your right knee off the mat, coming to Ashwasanchalana. Back foot on the mat, hands on the waist, inhaling, come up. Now consciously bring your right hip forward. If right hip is left behind, bring the right hip forward. And now, if the back foot is not firmly on the mat, consciously rotate your right thigh open even as you keep your right hip to the front. And then start bending the left knee. And those who are flexible, bring the left knee right on top of the ankle and then bring the left thigh parallel to the ground and walk back if you need to allow you to bring the thigh parallel to the ground with the left knee right on top of the ankle, back foot firmly on the mat. Both hips are facing forward, Namaskara Mudra. Arms up, press the palms. Pressing the palms, engaging the abdomen gently. Gazing at your thumbs, bend your left knee just a bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Namaskara Mudra. Ashwasanchalana. Left foot back, plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Drop your knees down. Drop your elbows down. You can cross your forearms together and then land the forehead on the crossed over forearms. Relax. And if that is not relaxing you, find a posture like Shashankasana to relax. And just as we stand up and stand relaxed, and just as we pay attention inward, so do we pay attention in Shashankasana. Or modified relaxing posture of Anahatasana preparation. Now let us proceed toward Veerabhadrasana, second variation. Come to plank posture. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Shoulder blades gently going toward each other on the back. Head completely relaxed. Palms pressing fully onto the mat. Elbows pointing away from each other. Knees can be slightly bent. Chest moving toward the knees as you completely exhale. And then continue to breathe, seat bones towards the ceiling as much. 3, 2, 1. Feet close together. Inhaling, right foot forward between the palms, Ashvasanchalana. Back foot on the mat, hands on your waist. Inhaling, come up and face the left wall. Look down at your feet. Inline stance. The line from the front big toe and heel is cutting across the inner arch of the back foot. Back foot turns slightly inward toward the front. Slightly inward. Inline stance. Now, both feet are flat on the mat and they stay like that. Both hips are facing the left wall. It is likely that your right hip may be left behind. Consciously bring your right hip also to align with the left hip. If there is any back bend as in with your lumbar curve, if there is any pronounced lumbar curve, slightly engage the abdomen and straighten up the spine. And then start bending your right knee and send the right knee directly toward the front wall. And keep the spine straight. The spine tends to move toward the front knee. And if it does, move just the spine back to vertical posture. Right knee on top of the right ankle, spine vertical, back foot firm on the mat. Arms up, parallel to the ground. Relax the shoulders. Shoulders relaxed. Gaze at your right fingertips. And bend your right knee and send your spine vertically downward. Just a bit. 5 deep breaths. 5. Veerabhadrasana, second variation. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands on your waist. Inhaling, straighten up. Look to the front, Ashvasanchalana. Right foot back, plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Feet close together. Inhaling, left foot forward between the palms, Ashvasanchalana. Place the back foot on the mat, hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up and face the right wall. And consciously bring the left hip joint toward the right wall. So your left foot, left hip, right foot, they are all in one straight line. Make the adjustments. Your elbows are also in the same plane. Shoulders are on the same plane. Ears are on the same plane. Ears, shoulders, elbows, your hands, hips, knees, and feet. They're all in the same plane. Start bending the left knee and send the left knee directly toward the front wall. Sometimes the left knee might tend to go toward the right wall instead of the front wall. Open your left hip more if you need to send the left knee directly forward. And then bring the arms up. Relax the shoulders. Bring the spine back to vertical posture. And then finally look at the left fingertips. And bring the entire spine down, vertically down, just a bit by bending the left knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on your waist, straighten up. Look to the front, Ashvasanchalana. Left foot back, plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Drop your knees down, Vajrasana. Separate the knees. Shashankasana, bending forward. Abdomen between the knees, chest between the knees. If the forehead is not reaching the ground, you can make tight fists and stack up the tight fists and land the forehead on the stacked up fists and relax. And as we relax, we pay attention. As we prepare for the next posture, we pay attention. Obviously, when we are in the posture, if you're diligent enough, it's hard to be distracted. If you're diligent. Come to Vajrasana. One of the points, or I just wanted to reiterate the point that I just made. When you are in any posture and you're diligent and you're trying to find the edge where you are, when you're at the edge, your natural attention would be in the posture. If you're not looking for the edge and if you're playing it very safe, you tend to get more easily distracted. These are Hatha Yoga practices designed to help us find ourselves, as in find our edges, as it exists today. And it could be different tomorrow. But these postures give us the ability to check where we are, where our edges are. And as we approach the edges and we accept that edge as it exists today, after we approach it, and then we stay in the posture for 5 breaths, it's hard to get distracted. And that is a practice. Now let us approach Veerabhadrasana, third variation, which is of a balance. Now let's actually use some prop. Find a chair or a bed or something and bring that. If the bed is nearby, that's great. Or find something, or you walk to the wall or a chair. Do that and go close to that structure, whether it's a bed. Come up to standing, go near the wall or chair, some prop. It can be a chair. Mark the height, your hip height. Mark what your hip height is. Find something at least at the hip height or even higher. If it's a wall, obviously it will be higher. The reason why I want you to mark the hip height is that we are going to bend forward and we are going to bring the spine to that point. Now, once you are facing the wall, you face the wall. Mark the hip height. It can be a chair. Chair would be a really good posture. So chair would be a good place. Yes. You mark the hip and that. So walk away from that chair or a wall, just a bit, facing that, facing the chair or facing the wall. Hands on your waist. Hands on your waist. Feet for now hip width apart. Feet hip width apart for now. Bend forward halfway. So bring the spine parallel to the ground. You can bend the knees slightly, not a problem. But bring the spine to that point where you marked off. Now, extend your arms toward that structure, your chair or a wall, and place your palms for support on the wall or chair. Now hold this posture just to get adjusted to this, because this is where we will come back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on your waist. Inhaling, come up. Release arms. So in Veerabhadrasana, third variation, as an introduction to this, we're going to use a structure to hold the palms gently, not too much carrying weight, but as a guide. And then we are going to lift one leg up in the back, even while keeping the spine parallel to the ground. We're going to lift the back leg, one of the legs, to the height of the spine. And that is Veerabhadrasana. We will do this with the support, and then we will approach this without the support. Oh, we don't have time, I guess. Let's see. Feet now close together. Feet close together. Hands on your waist. Inhale. Exhaling, bending halfway forward. Now take the support of the structure, either the chair or the wall, with the spine parallel to the ground. Slightly bend both the knees. Walk your right foot back just a bit, just the right foot back. And now lift the right leg back up to parallel to the ground. Just as the spine is parallel to the ground, lift the back leg as much as you can. Bring the back leg parallel to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back foot down. Walk your back foot with the next, sitting next to the left foot, hands on your waist, inhaling, come up. So the spine is parallel to the ground, back leg parallel to the ground. Your entire weight is on one foot. The hips are still aligned to, it is not that when you're lifting the back leg up, you're opening up the hip. Both hip joints are aligned. So we are not trying to open up the top hip. So we'll keep that in mind as we practice the second leg. Feet close together, hands on your waist. Inhale. Exhaling, bending forward halfway. Bring the spine parallel to the ground. Now stretch your arms and find the support. And now bring the spine parallel to the ground. You can slightly bend the knees, not a problem, slightly. To bring the spine parallel, and with the support, now walk your left foot just a bit back. And now lift the left leg back, keeping the left hip and right hip in the same orientation rather than opening up the left hip. Lift the left leg as much to bring it parallel to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back foot down. And bring your feet close together, hands on your waist. Inhaling, come up. Since we are out of time, you can practice this without, or look for the video where we have practiced without the support. You can search in the YouTube for Veerabhadrasana's third variation and you can practice. Now lie down on your back. Hug your knees, rock back and forth. Vinay, bring your head toward the camera and feet away from the camera. Thank you. Side to side. Then settle back down. Make any final movements before settling down in Shavasana. Relax. Relax your entire body. Scan your body from the top of the head to the toes. And relax the entire body. And just as we pay attention when we relax, either standing relaxed or in Shashankasana or in Shavasana, we pay attention to the grand show that's going on the mat, with you as the only witness in the universe. And if you get distracted, and when you notice that, begin again, paying attention. Relax. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently come out of Shavasana. Take your hands back. Inhale. Exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, come up. Rub your palms. And apply the heated palms to the closed eyes gently. Massaging. Open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much. Have a great evening ahead. Thank you.
Namaste, Jay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vinay, for the question. Actually, I was thinking that it is